morning.
Who will be talking a lot today on express entry. How does the process work? What all needs to be done to increase the points? So keep on sharing your questions through the chat box. Let us know where are you joining from. Let us know if you want us to do a webinar on a specific topic. We'll surely do that. So as you know, every Saturday we have webinars, and in those webinars we try to explain what the processes are, how can someone qualify, and we try to answer as many questions as possible. So ਦੋਸਤੋ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ thank you for joining. ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ join ਕੀਤਾ ਆ. Within next few minutes we'll be starting the webinar officially, and ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ topic ਆ ਬਹੁਤ interesting topic ਆ ਕਿ express entry ਜਿਹੜਾ permanent residency ਲਈ ਇੱਕ ਰਸਤਾ ਹੈ. express entry ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ additional points ਕਿਵੇਂ gain ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ, how to gain or how to get additional points for express entry Canada. We'll be joined in next 1 minute. Stay tuned, share this with all your friends, share this link on your social media platform so that other people So dosto, welcome back. Just to let you guys know, if anyone is from New Zealand, Pakistan or India, so most probably if borders open, most probably I'm visiting India in the month of October, and I will be visiting Pakistan and New Zealand in the month of November. So if you guys want to meet me, please feel free to come to our seminars in India, Pakistan or New Zealand. We are still working on Sri Lanka. I might be in Sri Lanka as well, but the dates are not finalized yet. So you can always go on our websites and see where do we have seminars. I'm just worried कि जरा पैंडेमिक आ दोबारा तो बॉर्डर्स वगैरह ना बंद कर दे, सारा कुछ खुलता रहे. So अगर वो सारा कुछ खुलता रहेगा, then it will be easier to travel, meet you guys, talk about immigration, and see how can we help someone migrate to Canada. By the time Tanvir joins us, let's see what happened this week. Ki kuch hoya is hafte immigration de vich. So the first thing was parent grandparent program. Parent grandparent program is one of the very famous programs which you can sponsor your parents and grandparents, and they can get permanent residency of Canada. इस प्रोग्राम ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਫੀ ਲੋਕ ਲਾਹਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ. ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ 30,000 ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ 30,000 ਐਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਕ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਸੰਭਾਵਨਾ ਆ, ਔਰ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਐਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਾਲ 2020 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਐਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਊਗੀ. ਆਫਟਰ ਦੈਟ 2021 ਦੇ ਵੀ ਚਾਂਸਸ ਲੱਗ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ. ਸੋ ਵਿਲ ਸੀ ਵਾਟ ਹੈਪਨਸ. along with that अपना जड़ा study permits ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ I have been hearing this कि काफी ज़्यादा refusals आ रही ने कनाडा वास्ते but दूजे पासे US वास्ते काफी ज़्यादा positive results आ रहे ने so अगर ਤੁਹਾਡਾ खुदा ना खास्ता refusal आ गया don't worry feel free to contact us and we'll be more than happy to assist you for Jan session अगर ਤੁਸੀਂ US ਲਈ ਵੀ apply ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹੋ so if you want to apply for study permits in US UK Canada New Zealand Australia feel free to contact us. We'll be more than happy to assist you. There are next week the webinar that will be on study permits and we'll be talking about study permits in Canada, US, UK, Australia and New Zealand. So what interesting talk show hoga next week da. So stay tuned. I'm just waiting for Mr. Tanvir to join. The second he joins, we'll start talking about the express entry. By that time, let's see. Okay, so one of the most common question that I'm going to answer right away. India office contact. So this is the contact number for India office. Mainu pata hai India office lai. So this is our Punjab office. We have offices in Delhi and other cities as well. You can always go to our website and see where does Brampton Immigration Consultancy have offices. So there are India office, the head office or South Asian head office that's in Punjab, Mohali. Feel free to contact them and they will be more than happy to help you through. Let's see who has answered, who has, let's see, there are a few questions and let's see what's going on. Kaur Param was supposed to be 11 a.m. start. Yes, Paramji, and I think we started exactly at 11. So we do give, so every week we give around 10 minutes to people so that they can join. Thank you for joining. Please feel free to ask your questions and we'll be more than happy to answer those. Thank you, Preet. I suppose it's Preet. Karan Ranavir says, good morning, sir. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you so much. Ahmed Saab, greetings, sir. May I know eligibility for FSWC programs? Type NOC, B NOC 6321. Thank you. So sure, Ahmed Saab, this webinar will be very interesting for you. 100% we'll talk about this. I'm just waiting for Mr. Tanvir to join. He will be joining in next few minutes and we'll start talking about the express entry. How does the process work? So just waiting for him to join. Ms. Ruby says, good morning. Thank you for such informative webinars. Incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have applied for PNP in NOC 4165, still waiting for a successful outcome, hoping to get PNP nomination to get points for EE as I am short by 30. I can also get them either by learning French or probably doing PhD. I have max points for English. Okay. So Corporum, let's start with this because this is one of the most interesting topic about express entry. How to get extra points? Kis tarike na extra points lete ja sakte ne? Let's take an example of Param. So Param has full points in English, perfect. She can 100% get 50 extra points, 50 extra points just by learning French. Or of course, probably by doing PhD, that's another way as well. Or by getting a job offer from Canada. So we will surely be working on all these aspects. So every application is different. Har ek application different hundi hai. Har ek banda jada hai, he cannot spare time to learn French. But trust me, learning French not only helps you during your express entry, but it also helps you once you come to Canada. Because Canada bhi aa jande hai, if you know both languages, English and French, there are a lot of opportunities. Good morning, sir. Alberta PNP qualifications, additional points. So I'm just waiting for Tanvir to join, and once he joins, we will surely start with the thing. So I'm going to ask the IT team to see what's going on. So Corporum says audio isn't audible at all. It's echoing. So I think Param can sir, your voice is not clear. So there are many people who are saying that. The IT team, can you please look into this and see what's going on? So I'm so sorry for this. It shouldn't be a problem. Like, is it problem for everyone? Please do let us know. Like, so friends, I have seen like there are people. So Paramji, like we start every time at 10. So the 11, once we start, you see 10 timer. You see 10 minutes of timer. So that timer is for people to join in. And after 11, so the exact time when I come on screen, it's 11:10. So I'm not sure, like, I'm sorry if you feel that way, but this is how it is, because it's every week we do the same thing. So we give 10-minute time to so that people can join in. And I don't think that should so be a problem. Anyhow, so let's see what's going on in Express Entry. I'm gonna so I am assuming this, that there are people who are from outside Canada. We'll start with outside Canada and then come to within Canada thing. So within Canada, so Express Entry can be divided into three major parts. One is Canadian Experience Class. So Canadian Experience Class is for people ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਕੋਲੇ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਆ. So you need at least 1 year of experience and you can qualify or you may qualify depending upon your points under Canadian Experience Class. Then is FSW. During this pandemic, FSW ਦੇ draws ਨਹੀਂ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਹੈਗੇ. So unfortunately FSW ਦੇ draws ਨਿਕਲਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਏ ਸੀਗੇ. We are expecting ਕਿ FSW ਦੇ draws ਹੁਣ ਨਿਕਲਣੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਣਗੇ. ਕਿਉਂ? ਪਹਿਲਾ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਬਾਰਡਰਸ ਖੁੱਲਣੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਏ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ. ਸੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਬਾਰਡਰਸ ਦੇ ਖੁੱਲਣ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਗਰ FSW ਦੇ ਡਰਾਸ ਆਣੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਣੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ. ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਕਸਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਐਂਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਨੰਬਰਸ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰੋ, ਸੋ देयर इज अ ह्यूज amount of application that's pending in the pool because those applications belong to FSW. So what's going to happen is if you see the point structure, once the borders are open, what will be the point structure? The points will be around 470. So the first draw will be above 470, and then the points would remain around 470. So 468, 469, 470, 71, 72, and 73, somewhere there. So how to fulfill those points? So let's say कि ना मैं किसी बंदे दे 470 points नहीं बांधे पे, I'm taking an average, ऊपर नीचे हो सकता थोड़ा बहुत. So जेरे points नहीं बांधे पे, how he or she can qualify under Express Entry? How can they get extra points? How does PNPs work into this? What PNPs may suit someone? So there are many PNPs. It all depends. Some PNPs are part of Express Entries and some are not. So there are programs with Express Entry ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਂਦੀ, and there are programs ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ Express Entry ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਪੈ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ. So as ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ topics ne, we'll be discussing about that. So I'm gonna share a screen with you in next few seconds. This is Canadian government website, and let's see what are the numbers, what are the rounds and stuff that's going on, so that we know. So friends, this is Canadian government website. Everyone can go to this website and see what's going on. Pehli gal ta, this is really interesting. I hope the screen is audible. You can see the screen and my voice is audible. So changes ki kittiyan gayiyan, it's been few months to that changes kitti. You can now earn up to 50 additional points for strong French language skills. If you know French, you get extra points. We'll come back to this. So ਆਪਾਂ ਇਸ ਤੇ ਵਾਪਸ ਆਵਾਂਗੇ, ਪਰ ਇੰਨਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ ਕਿ 50 points ਦੇ ਨਾਲ you get for if you know French, you get 50 additional points. This is the previous draw. पिछले draw ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 4500 ਬੰਦਾ pick ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ. It was under Canadian experience class. The draw was taken on July 22nd, 2021. Now let's see what's going on under CRS distribution of candidates. So if you see this 601 to leke 1200 points tak. So 601 to 1200 CRS score. There are 478 individuals sitting over there. So ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਕੋਲੇ PNPs ਹੈਗੀਆਂ. So simple ਜਿਹਾ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਹੈ ਕਿ if you have 600 plus points, that means you have a PNP. So PNP ਦੇ ਨਾਲ there are around 500 people sitting over there. These are the interesting factors. So if you see from 451 to 500, there are 34,000 people, 34,729. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ bulk numbers ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ points that matter karne hai. Those are the points that I have highlighted. So 491 to 500, 481 to 490, 471 to 480. So 471 to 480, there are 10,372 applications. 461 to 470, they are around 10,000. So 20,000 or 24, 25,000. So this is the point. Jodo bhi tusi apniya calculations kar rahe ho, you need to make sure that you remember this. So around 25,000 applications. What is the average? Jara we draw nikal raha. What is the average of that? Average is around 4,500 to 6,000. So let's take key average is around 5,000 individuals. So 5,000 applications agar pick ho rahiyan ne. So first 5 draws jado vi honge o inna lokan de pick hone a jehde already pool de vich hege ne. ਹੋਰ ਐਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਰ ਲੋਕ ਐਡ ਹੋਈ ਜਾਣਗੇ. ਅਗਰ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ, you will see ਕਿ people were unable to do IELTS, people were unable to get their WEST done or education evaluation done. So those are few factors. Along with that, now let's come to the point how to increase the points. Once we discussed that, then I'm going to go back to the questions. And we'll discuss each application. Jo unhare particular questions ne, we'll discuss about that. So there are only few ways to increase the points. First and the most easiest one will be increasing your points in your first language. So let's say like if first language as per Canadian first language, either French or English. So agar janta Angrezi da maximum score line try karo, ਜਾਂ ਫ੍ਰੈਂਚ ਦਾ ਮੈਕਸਿਮਮ ਸਕੋਰ ਲੈਣ ਦੀ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰੋ. ਸੋ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਚ ਮੈਕਸਿਮਮ ਸਕੋਰ ਲੈ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਕੋਰ ਬਣਦਾ ਪਿਆ 470, ਜਸਟ ਚਿਲ, ਵੇਟ, ਪਿਕ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਕੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਪਰਸੋਂ 100% ਪਿਕ ਹੋਣਗੇ. ਇਫ ਯੂਰ ਸਕੋਰ ਇਜ਼ ਅਰਾਊਂਡ 470, you don't need to worry, 100% you will get picked, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਕੋਰ 470 ਦੇ ਅਰਾਊਂਡ ਹੀ ਰਹੇਗਾ. ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਕੋਰ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ 470 ਦੇ ਅਰਾਊਂਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ, then the second option can be French. So let's say I'm not saying that you need to have C1 or C2 level in French or even B2. Even if you are close to B1, you are still getting around 50 points. B1 to thoda ja niche aayende, you are still getting 25 points. So oh jehde points hage ne, those are going to help you long way. So not only in that, so if you learn French, what are the benefits? Let me give you another example of French. So let's talk about Ontario. Ontario ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ French speaking people ਲਈ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਆ. So ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ PNPs ਵੀ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ French ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ French ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ Ontario PNP ਚ ਵੀ ਕੁਆਲੀਫਾਈ ਕਰ ਸਕੋਗੇ. So that is the second option. Of course express entry ਚ ਮਦਦ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਹੋਰ ਰਸਤੇ ਵੀ ਖੁੱਲਦੇ ਪਏ ਨੇ. The third option is if someone is ready to give you a job offer. So if you have a job offer, you get 50 extra points for that. So as sariyan options in all, the fourth option is if you can get a PNP. So as 4 options bahut maine rakh diyan ne if you are under FSW, agar si FSW de vich apply karte pe. What about Canadian experience class? So Canadian experience class de vich NOC OAB of course a compulsion है. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਕਿਸੇ ਕੰਪਨੀ 'ਚ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹੋ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੌਕ OAB ਦੀ ਜੌਬ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਅਗਰ ਉਹ employer ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਸੇ PNP ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ qualify ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ, that gives you more options. So people do ask me ਕਿ sir ਕਿਹਨਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਨੌਕ OAB ਦੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜੌਬ ਮਿਲ ਗਈ ਹੈਗੀ, is that good enough? It may be. It all depends ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਕੋਰ ਕੀ ਆ. But if your score is not close to 470, we need to remember one thing. We are living in a balloon. From last 1 year, the score has gone down for Canadian experience class. And this score has gone down temporarily. It's not going to be permanent. Jis din border khul gaye, the score will go up. And that's the reason I'm strongly recommending ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ Canadian experience class ਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ scores ਨੇ ਜਾਂ draws ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੇ ਨੰਬਰਸ ਇਨਕਰੀਜ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖੋ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਾਈਲਸ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖੋ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਲੋਟਰੀਜ਼ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਡੇਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਇਹ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ, can't say. We don't know ਕਿ ਇਹ ਲੋਟਰੀਜ਼ ਵਾਲਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਵਾਪਸ ਆਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ. ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਲੋਟਰੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਲੋਟਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਹਦਾ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਖੱਟਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ, you need to have your profile in. Recently I'm going to share a story. ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਕ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਆਏ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਟੇਜ 2 ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਫਾਈਲਿੰਗ ਲਾਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ IT ਆਇਆ, IT ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਫਾਈਲਿੰਗ ਲਈ, ਐਂਡ he got a refusal ਕਿਉਂ? ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਕਿ ਨਾਮ documentation wasn't done properly, ਤੇ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਗਲਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ, and he got a refusal. Friends, we need to understand ਕਿ Canadian experience class ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਡੇਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਟਰੀਜ਼ ਨੇ, ਇਹ ਲੋਟਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੂਆ ਨਾ ਖੇਲੋ, ਇਸ ਲੋਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਨੀਫਿਟ ਲੈਣ ਦੀ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰੋ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਥਰੂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ PR ਮਿਲ ਸਕੇ. ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੂਆ ਖੇਲਦੇ ਹੋ, if you are not sure what you are doing, please talk to a licensed immigration consultant or a Canadian lawyer or a notary public of Quebec. The reason is ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਰੋਜ਼ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਆ, they will guide you properly, and ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜੂਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਾਈਫ ਟਾਈਮ ਦਾ opportunity ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, you won't waste it. So it's really important ਕਿ ਉਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਸਕੇ. ਤੀਸਰਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਫੈਕਟਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਆਊਟਸਾਈਡ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਲਈ, ਉਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ, so Tanvir has just joined us. His camera is still not on, but hi Tanvir, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
So thank you for joining, Tanvir. As you know, I got vaccinated yesterday. Like, I even don't have energy to talk today, but there are a lot of people asking questions, and I'm gonna highlight those questions. The concern before we go towards the questions, as per now, I have already discussed the benefit of French, benefit of job offer, how to increase your points in IELTS, and if there is anything else that you want to add under express entry for FSWs and CEC. So our focus will be both FSW and CEC, and then there are few people who, there are many people who want to ask questions, so that we can start answering those questions as well.
Yes. Okay. So I'll start off with FSW first. So if you are someone who is between the age of 22 to 29, you have a bachelor's degree, you have 3 years of experience, you have 8,777 in IELTS. The score that you still reach is around 440. The only thing that you have to do is maybe do a 1-year diploma, any diploma related to your field. If you have interest in, let's say, gardening, do a 1-year course in gardening. If you have interest in social science, any 1-year course, and which you'll be able to get education assessment done for, and your score is going to reach around 467, even 472, depending upon the IELTS score that you have. And it is something that a lot of people do try to do, and I would say that is the starting point. If you do not have the IELTS score of 8,777, or your age is like 31, 32 now, but you can do everything else, as Sandeep said, you can do French. बहुत ही helpful चीज हैगी, आप French कर सकते हो, जहाँ फिर you have the experience and you find an employer who's willing to give you a LMIA and then bring you to Canada. You can work for that person in the coming years. You already have a job offer and make a living out of it. So it's probably the best intention that you can have, that you have an employer who's willing to help you get your PR. You come as a permanent resident and then go forward with the same employer and keep working for them. Or if everything doesn't work out after a few months, maybe you find a new job. So that is one thing. For Canadian experience class, the score right now 357, 367, 363, very low. It's not going to stay like this forever. If you're a grade 12 student ਜਿਹਨਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ 2 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ diploma ਕੀਤਾ ਆ, you think you cannot score more than 6.5, I would advise you, if you're in Ontario, there's Ontario PNP, which runs through Express Entry. Ontario PNP trade the program ਹੈਗਾ. ਸਭ ਤੋਂ common jobs ਉਸਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ bakers, there are roofers, rod technicians, ਜਿਹੜੇ cable technicians ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, machinists. So there's so many jobs ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਆਮ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਆ. If you're working in one of those, the last role we had for Ontario PNP trade, it was at 300. Before that, we have had it for 389, 390. Even ਜਦੋਂ score 470 ਤੇ ਘੁੰਮ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ, there were people being picked at 389, 390, 396, 408, 432 because of the benefit that you get ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ PNP ਦੇ through ਦੀ file ਲੈ ਕੇ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ. Even though there are paper-based PNPs which are very separate, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਈਡ 'ਚ ਰੱਖ ਦਿਓ. ਆਪਾਂ express entry ਜਿਹਦੇ processing time 6 ਤੋਂ 8 ਮਹੀਨੇ maximum ਆ. ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਰੇਟ 'ਚ 2 ਮਹੀਨਿਆਂ 'ਚ PR ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ. We have had so many clients that CEC ਦੇ ਅੰਡਰ ਆਈ ਆ, and we have been sharing that on our Instagram, as you guys must have been following us regularly. Almost every week ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ 10 ਤੋਂ 15 ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਾਈਲ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੈ. ਜੈਨ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਤੇ ਹਰੇਕ everyone's getting their PR within 45 days, 38 days, 27 days. The maximum I would say is 62, 63 days. So immigration is doing their part very quickly. Agar tusi file properly submit kar rahe ho, if you're not missing anything, if you're giving everything the way they want to look at it, they just look at it, they're like, oh, I have this, I have this, I have this. Perfect. Approval. You're done with this. And of course, if you are giving incomplete applications, study file delays aane ya. And recently, I'm going to add in one more point about TR to PR. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ TR to PR ਲਗਾਈ ਆ, ਬਹੁਤ ਬੰਦੇ ਦੀ ਇਨਕੁਆਇਰੀਜ਼ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ TR to PR ਵੀ ਲਗਾ ਲਿਆ, ਹੁਣ ਮੇਰੀ ਐਕਸਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਐਂਟਰੀ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਫਾਈਲ ਪਿਕ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਆ. What should I do? ਮੇਰਾ ਹਲੇ AOR ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ. ਐਕਸਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਐਂਟਰੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਤੇਜ਼ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਪਈ ਆ, ਵਿਦਿਨ 2 ਮਹੀਨਿਆਂ 'ਚ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਆ. ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ AOR ਆ ਰਹੇ ਆ TR to PR 'ਚ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵੀ 2 ਮਹੀਨਿਆਂ 'ਚ PR ਆ ਰਹੀ ਆ. ਸੋ ਜਿਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਫਾਈਲ ਪਿਕ ਹੋ ਗਈ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਕਰ ਲਓ. ਦੂਜੀ ਫਾਈਲ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਡਰਾਅ ਕਰਨਾ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਪਣਾ ਰਿਸਿਪਟ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਥਰੂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੇਮੈਂਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ, ਉਹਦੇ ਬੇਸ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਫਾਈਲ ਵਿਡਰਾਅ ਲਈ ਪਾ ਦਿਓ, ਐਂਡ ਯੂ ਕੈਨ ਗੋ ਫੋਰਵਰਡ ਵਿਦ ਐਕਸਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਐਂਟਰੀ ਕਿ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਫਾਈਲ ਸਬਮਿਟ ਕਰੀਏ, 2 ਮਹੀਨੇ 'ਚ PR ਲਈਏ ਆਪਣੀ. That's one of the things that I would really like to add in this. But now, if there's anything else, if you have any questions, I would love to see those coming up.
So yes, I'm bringing up the questions. So Mr. Ahmed, he says, may I know eligibility for FSWC program type B NOC 6321? Thank you.
All right, so 6321 for chefs. What is your education? How much experience do you have? If you have even 3 years of experience, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਆਪਣੀ hospitality ਦੇ related ਕੀਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਆ, and you can score let's say 6 each. ਜਿਹੜਾ federal skilled worker trade program ਆ, ਉਹਦੇ ਥਰੂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਆਲੀਫਾਈ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ EMPLOYER ਹੋਵੇ ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ. ਅਗਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ EMPLOYER ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ, then I really need to know what your education is, and your IELTS score, and only then I can advise you if this can go through. But chef is one of the biggest knocks ਜਿਹੜੇ in Canada students ਦੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੰਮ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ.
So that's a good question, Mr. Ahmed. So what I'm going to recommend is that you can go to our website, book your consultation, because personalized questions ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, it's always better to talk through the consultant directly so that you get the complete information about your file. So this is the website on the screen, you can see that, and book your consultation, and so that you can be helped accordingly. So Mr. Karparam has asked that I have applied for PNP in NOC 4165, still waiting for a successful outcome, hoping to get PNP nomination to get points for EE as I'm short by 30. I can also get them either by learning French or probably doing PhD. I have max points for English. Max points for English and for work experience. Is there a fourth way of increasing my points?
So you're a health policy researcher, one of those knocks which you do not see that often. So that's a good field to be in, I would say. But you have already applied for your PNP. I believe you applied through Nova Scotia because that does qualify under Nova Scotia. I'm not sure which other program you applied under. You do not qualify in Ontario. But yes, Nova Scotia is one place where you would. If you get that nomination, easy way, French would be a good way. Getting a arranged employment in a field like this is going to be very tough. But you're on the right track. Doing a PhD again, agar the equivalency PhD the equivalent nahi aayi, you'll be at the same page. Tada jo aaj khade hain, uthe hi hoke khade honge. So if following that way might not be the best pathway either. So yes, go through the PNP process. If you have already if you have already applied but haven't been nominated yet, get in touch with us. Let me review your application. Let me see where I can help you with what's missing, what we can do to bring that up, or if there's any other PNP program through which I can guide you to get through this. It will be a pleasure to do that.
So this is the website. Please follow the website. And every Saturday we do have webinars on different topics. Next week we'll be having a webinar on study permits. We'll be talking about study permits in Canada, US, UK, New Zealand, and Australia. Please don't forget to join us next week. Ivneet Sandhu. Ivneet Sandhu is asking, good morning, sir. Alberta PNP qualification additional points.
So for ANP, if you have an employer, you get additional points. If you have family members living in that in Alberta, you get additional points. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, but if this is what you want to know, yes, these are two ways to get additional points in ANP.
Mr. Geet Ratanbir Khera says, if anybody have gap in study, need to cover study gap or for study visa or PR I suppose. What's up there? Okay, so he has just shared his phone number and stuff. So I think his major question is about the study permits, and if there is a study gap, will that be an issue?
So for permanent residency, if you're unemployed, if you have a gap, but you still qualify for your PR applications, it's not a problem. For study visa, if you have been working, that's not considered as a gap. But if you have a gap of 5 years where you did nothing, then yes, that's a concern. That would you be a genuine student? Would you be a reliable temporary permit holder if you come to Canada? So yes, that would be a concern for anyone.
So Mr. Harry says, which knock codes does Alberta province prefers in its PNP draws?
Random. So we have seen dispatch supervisors, bookkeepers is one of the biggest ones, I would say. Almost every third or fourth draw, you would always see a bookkeeper or related to accounting knocks coming up. Last year, dispatch supervisors one of the biggest ones. Yeah, we have even seen administrative assistant, something as basic as admin assistant being picked there. But there's not a specific knock which is going to be picked every time. It does depend upon the government, and we have also seen people being picked on the basis of their arranged employment. So it depends what kind of arranged employment you have.
Okay. Miss Deep Marwaha says, Sashikal sir, Sashikal ji, how much ban requires for PNP?
There's so many PNPs. It's a provincial nominee program. Saskatchewan has different programs. BC has different. Ontario is different. Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Alberta, Manitoba. So I need to understand your profile better to answer this. This is very vaguely asked.
So the best thing will be if you go to our website, book your consultation, and let's see where can you qualify. Navjot Kaur. She says, want to know about procedure for US study visa after 12th non-medical. So Navjot,
Next week.
this is a really nice question, but I'm going to strongly recommend you that either you contact our India office within the week if you are if you really want to do it ASAP, or don't forget to join us next week. We'll be talking about study permits, US, UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, and see what are the pros and what are cons for each country. So I have another question from Corporum. I'm an Australian citizen and getting a job offer in Canada for 165 is not easy. So
Yes.
Param, few days ago, I don't remember. Do you remember the name of the student, Tanvir? The Australian
Afeen,
guy.
Afeen Shafianwala, Afeen something.
Yeah,
Sorry, yeah.
something like that. So she's in Australia as well, and she had a good amount of gap, a really good amount of gap, and we were able to get her study permit uh, uh, for September session. So I do get it that yes, it's not easy for a job offer in Canada, especially in the NOC 4165, because it is more like a research job, I assume. So I would recommend that French can be a good option for you. Like as you said, you are 30 points down. So if you learn French, you get 50 extra points and you're good to go. But I'm not pretty sure. Like when you say 30 points down, what is the criteria that you are thinking of? Are you taking 470 as the number, or like what numbers are you thinking of when you say that you are 30 points down? Although if you're thinking 470 as a CRS score, then you're pretty right there, because my assumption is that once FSWs are open, the score will remain close to 470. Tarvi, do you want to add something to this?
Um, I think you added almost everything. Yes. Even if you go into this CIC last draws and go a little bit down, you will be able to see that there are more than 70 to 80,000 people between 450 to 480. So the numbers are so high that it's going to take forever to bring it down to 480s, or even what CEC is at right now. So
Perfect.
yes, you should be looking at 470.
So Mr. Tour says that, hello sir, I applied for spousal immigration file. Now my online status shows decision made. What does it mean, and how much time it take more and file transfer to New Delhi?
Okay, Pupinder ji, so decision made can happen in three steps. First is ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਫਾਈਲ ਦਾ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ ਬਣਾਤਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪੀਆਰ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ ਸੀਓਪੀਆਰ ਆਣੀ ਆ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੀਓਪੀਆਰ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਾਸਪੋਰਟ ਸਟੈਂਪਿੰਗ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਸੋ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਨਾਟ ਦੈਟ ਕਿ ਉੱਥੇ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ ਮੇਡ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਐਵਰੀਥਿੰਗ ਇਜ਼ ਡਨ ਹਾਊ ਮਚ ਟਾਈਮ ਕੈਨ ਦੇ ਟੇਕ maybe next week ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪੀਆਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੱਥ 'ਚ ਹੋਵੇ ਹੋਣ ਨੂੰ ਅਗਲੇ 6 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਲੱਗ ਜੇ but the good news is ਕਿ last week Friday there was an announcement made that they have hired 600 people and they will be working on only mainly two applications. I hope they will be working on everyone else too, but mainly on TR to PR ਜਿਹੜੀ within Canada ਤੇ spousal PR applications. So I wish you good luck and I'm very hopeful ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ PR ਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਲਦੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੂਗੀ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਐਂਟਰ ਹੋ ਸਕੋ.
So Lakshdeep Singh says, sir, my age is 20 years and 12th passed in 2019, but do not achieve 6 score in IELTS. I can apply farm worker visa. So Lakshdeep, I mean, farm worker visa is nothing. It's just a work permit. So anyone can apply for a work permit if you have a LMI. Although my recommendation will be, because you're just 20 years old, you just passed your grade 12th. US is a good option. US study permit is a really good option, and PTE, Duolingo, IELTS, everything works over there, and the success rate in US is huge nowadays. So my recommendation, Lakshdeep Paji, ki US da study permit dekho. So Mr. Harsh says, I have applied with code 2171. I'm struggling to get a job interview. I'm being asked to appear for an interview once I land in Canada. How can I find jobs before landing in Canada? Perfect question, and a story that's repeated by each individual who is trying to get a job offer so that he or she can get 50 extra points and can migrate to Canada easily. Is there any way, or is there any easier way to do this? No. Is it possible to get a job offer outside Canada? Yes. Is it tough? Very tough. So Tanvi, how will you add your experience into this?
So the first thing I would say is that you're doing almost everything right. You need to keep applying at different jobs. If you were the employer and you needed someone to work for you, would you be able to wait for 6 to 8 months for them to join you? and start the job. And what if when you come to Canada and after working for them for a month and you'll be like, no, I don't want to continue. What security does an employer have that if he even supports your application, you come to Canada as a permanent resident, and that you'll stick with them? There's no so there's this trust issue that employers have, that I can wait, I do everything right for the client, he gets his permanent residency, but as soon as he enters Canada, he's like, no, I don't want to work for you. What would the employer do? He'll have to start looking for a new employee now. So they always tend to look for people who are within Canada. So when they come as a student, they get 3 years of work permit, and they go on from there. Um, or if they see a profile which they understand is something that they really need, and they're like, okay, this is something I can take a risk. I already have a person working on this file, who's you're working as an information system consultant. So let's say I am an information system consultant, but I'm only going to be working for Mr. Sandeep for next 4 months. So Mr. Sandeep has next 4 months to look for, or let's say 8 months. Sandeep has next 8 months to find a good employee who can continue the same work that I was doing. So that means he has enough time to wait to get the next person in before I leave that job. So now he can be one person who can maybe, go ahead, one step ahead and say, sure, Harsh, you have a very good profile. You have 5 years of experience. You have good English skills. I believe you can explain to the clients what we need from you. I want you to come join me. I'll do the.
But Harsh, my recommendation is let's sit and talk. Book your consultation with us. Let's see, is there any other way that you may qualify to get Canadian permanent residency? So my recommendation is, let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's have a Zoom meeting and see how you qualify. So Diljit Kaur, I want to know about PR visa files, and I have done caregiver course and got 6 bands and IELTS.
So I believe you're asking about the caregiver PR files. They are closed for this year. They're going to open next year again in January. You need an employer who qualifies to hire you. The best would be just get in touch with us, book a consultation, and we can, see if you qualify for that.
So, Mr. Umesh Makar, cash salary slip will be considered for Canadian PR.
Yes.
Mandeep Singh, hello sir, I am 43 years old and working in a telecommunication, 15-year experience. Can I apply for PR?
Everyone can apply for permanent residency. All you need is to qualify. If you qualify, yes, you can. But I need more details. I need your education, your IELTS. If there's a PNP that you can qualify under, do you have an employer who wants you to come to Canada? Yes. So need way more details than what you've given me.
Harjinder Singh, spouse open work permit the result aa rahe hai sir ya nahi?
We are expecting them to start soon, but bahut slow ne. We have been waiting from last year, even October, November, and they're still waiting. But I would advise anyone ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ vaccinations ਕਰਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਲਓ, because that's the main thing. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ proof ਭੇਜਣੇ ਪੈਣੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ vaccinated ਹੈਗੇ ਆ.
Mr. Karanveer Rana says, sir, any update on Quebec results? So I assume Quebec study permits results. Please update. No results, no updates yet, but unfortunately, September session hasn't been the best session. A lot of refusals on study permits. Harry Singh, how to settle in Quebec and get a PR? It all depends, Harry, where are you from? Are you within Canada or outside Canada? So there are different programs in Quebec where you may qualify depending upon your location. Corporate, please also discuss for overseas EE and PNP applicants who are outside Canada. I think we all already did that. Thank you for asking question. Neha Tejpa, sir, I am in India. My CRS is 382. I'm a college professor. What are my chances of EE? My NOC is 4011.
I do not want to break the bubble. I do not want to be mean, but you have very low chances, near to zero actually. But 4011, that's a good knock for Saskatchewan. A lot of people from Saskatchewan qualify under Saskatchewan under this knock. Let's see if we can help you with the Saskatchewan PNP program and get you through.
Just to let you guys know that for Saskatchewan immigration, you need a separate license, and I'm really proud to say that Tarnveer, our director, is also licensed for Saskatchewan immigration. So if that's one area, Neha, where you may qualify, I strongly recommend either contact our India office or book a paid consultation with us, and let's see how we can assist you. Ahmed says, "Sir, let me explore you educated. 12th done, experience 4 years, IELTS 6 band. So I didn't. So I don't know. Like, so what is the question? That's my concern. Ahmed Saab, I'm so sorry, I didn't get the question actually. Harry Singh, which PNP to consider for knock 2132?
2132. Actually have to look into that. But Saskatchewan would be one for sure. Nova Scotia could be the other one. And if you have
I
actually
assume Prince
Saskatchewan,
Edward Island can be the third one too.
yeah, PEI would be
So
the
there
third.
can
So
be
there could
few
be different
options,
ones.
Harry. I would strongly recommend let's sit and talk. Um, Miss Corporum says I applied for Saskatchewan Prince Edward Island. Perfect. You are digging the right path, Param. And if you need any assistance from us, please feel free to contact us. Baljinder Sandhu, sir, hello, sir. My qualification is MCA. I have 6+ years of experience as a software engineer, but has not good score in IELTS. Is it I am able to migrate to Canada?
Um, I need more details. What is your IELTS score still? Maybe you can qualify for study visa. Maybe we can help you with the study visa, and then
So it
we
all depends, Baljinder ji, which like key to IELTS score key हैगा या. So let's sit and talk, and we'll see how we can assist. Raj Kumar, sir, work permit hai. I'm a driver in Kuwait. I'm from India. So if you have a Kuwait experience, you may qualify for the trucking work permit. I will recommend to book a consultation. Let's sit and talk and see how we can assist. Lakwinder Singh, my score is 63. Any chance to be successful for SINP program or not?
that's a little bit low on the lower side. Good luck is all I can say. But if there's a way you can improve it, please do.
Can I change my field of study if I aim to apply for study visa?
I would love to have a meeting with you and understand why you want to change the field. And if you have a genuine reason, of course you can.
Sandeep Singh, is any program for farmers? There is a Saskatchewan investment program for farmers, and we'll have to see if you qualify under that. Yes, there might be a problem. Sandeep Singh, I like your name. Mandeep Singh, hello, sir. I am 43 years old and I am in telecommunications from 15 years.
We
Can I?
already had this one, yeah.
Oh, we already did it.
Yeah.
Rupinder Kaur, sir, can I get study visa in 40+8? Yes, we have few stories. If you go on our social media platforms, you will see those stories as well. Yes, you may. You may get a study permit even at the age of 40 years.
Your intention has to be that you want to become a student.
Yeah. Harry saying, how to get points of French with a B1 level since one needs to earn CLB 7 for getting eligible. How to get 25 points like you mentioned, sir?
25 or 50?
So there are 2 points, 25 and 50.
Yes.
So so the point is, if you are calculating as the terms of B1, B2, C1, C2, then you won't able to do the needful. So you need to convert your scores into CLB, and according to CLB, you will see that CLB 7 is close to A2 B1 level. Afghan Singh says, sir, I am 30 years old, live in India. I have done my best. My IELTS score is 6.5 overall. Please suggest me the opportunities.
I don't have enough details. I don't know what your education is. The best would be if you can book an appointment. Let's sit down. Let's see where I can help you with PR or study visa or whatever we can suggest you.
So I know there's many questions still pending. I'm gonna take last 5 questions. and uh, talk about those questions. And next week, we'll talk about study permits in Canada, US, UK, Australia, or New Zealand, and we'll see how the things go. So, Mr. Azmat says, Sir, I'm 38 by age, having sales and heavy duty driving experience of KSA. I want to know, is there any possibility for me to move to Canada?
If you have an employer who wants to hire you as a truck driver, and then that employer qualifies for PNP, yes, there's a good chance that you can qualify for PR.
Jeevan Jot Singh, sir, I'm 36 years old, MBA Finance, 11-year experience in banking. Can I be eligible for any program? Second, which ECS body give masters to Indian MBA 2-year course?
Depends which university you did your education from. I've seen even WES giving it to some universities. So it would depend a lot on that. IQS is a bit lenient, but they take up to 6 months. But again, would depend on your college or university.
Jatin, sir, when open work permit in Canada, I have 5+ experience in medical field. Tell me, sir, which field I can apply work permit?
Uh, so you cannot apply for open work permits from outside Canada. It is always dependent on the employer. So it's always closed work permit until unless you are married to someone and you're coming to Canada on a spousal work permit, which is an open work permit.
But Yasab says, I am from India now and come from Australia. Okay, 35 years old, 7-year experience as a cook, 6 band overall in IELTS. Let me know about PR category, which suitable for me.
35 years old, cook. If you have an employer who's willing to support your application, come to Canada on work permit, work here for 1 year, gain the Canadian experience, and then apply for PR. Because of your age factor, you're losing a lot of points.
Diljit Kaur says, please tell me your India officials. So, Diljit, this is our India office contact number. Please feel free to contact them. The office number is 94631 89176. And let's take the last question from Ramandeep Kaur. So Ramandeep Kaur says, me and my spouse have doctorate of philosophy. I have 10-year experience as an assistant professor. My spouse has 10-year experience of schooling. So what about Canada PR in our case?
You have a very good education and I believe experience as well, but the age seems to be something that I would be concerned of. Your IELTS, I need to understand that. And so I would need more details, Ramandeep ji. Please get in touch with us so that I can see if there is a program that you can qualify under.
So thank you, friends. Thank you so much for joining. We do these webinars. These are free webinars that we do every Saturday on different topics. A few weeks ago, we did a webinar on tribunal hearings, admissibility, marriage of convenience. Before that, we talked about Saskatchewan PNP. Before that, we talked about Ontario entrepreneur streams. We have been Ontario foreign worker stream as well. We also did a webinar on Saskatchewan farming options. So there are like if you go in past and on our social media platforms, you will see that every week there is a new topic. So get benefit of free webinars, see where you can fit in, how can you qualify, book your consultations with us, call us if you want to talk to us. Like we have a team of licensed immigration consultants in our office, and they will be more than happy to assist you. Please do share these links, the webinar links with your families and friends so they can also get benefit of these free webinars. I hope that this 1 hour webinar was fruitful. You got few options. You learned a few options from this, and you can see how you can qualify under express entry. How can you get extra points? As I said before, I will be visiting New Zealand in the month of November, Pakistan in the month of November, and India in the month of October. So we'll be doing a lot of seminars in India, Pakistan, and New Zealand. So please do come meet us in those seminars as well, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. So Brampton Immigration is a licensed immigration consultancy firm, and we are always there to assist you, always there to help you. A small favor that we expect from you is that please do share these links so that other people can get free knowledge through these webinars as well. Thank you for joining, Tanveer. Thank you so much for spending some, around an hour for us. I know Saturdays are always busy, but thank you so much. And thank you, friends, for joining. We'll see you next Saturday, same time. We'll talk about study permits for US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and of course, Canada.
Thank you, guys.